It's 100 years ago this month that a remarkable truce was declared 5 months into the First World War. An unofficial ceasefire on the Western Front had 100,000 German, French and British soldiers spontaneously putting down their weapons and meeting in no man's land to sing carols, swap souvenirs and play football. To mark the centenary, Australia's Gondwana Choir is using the moment as inspiration for its Christmas concert.
Good evening. We were talking about a ceasefire for Christmas Eve. What do you think? I don't think anyone would criticise us for laying down our rifles on Christmas Eve.
Don't worry, it is just for tonight.
At Christmas 1914, troops on both sides, both German and British, climbed out of their trenches, met in no man's land, got to know each other, exchanged souvenirs and cigarettes, sang carols, buried their dead, played sport perhaps, and got to know the enemy as a friend. Most extraordinary phenomenon in the Great War.
We set about doing some research and found all sorts of wonderful letters that had been sent by soldiers on the front. Not just the English soldiers, but French and German soldiers as well, all describing this amazing moment when the fighting ceased. The concert tries to capture more the feeling rather than the actual historical events. We'll be interspersing songs actually performed with these historical letters.
Christmas Day, the most wonderful day on record. From the German trenches came the sound of music and singing. Right along the whole of their line were hung paper lanterns and illuminations of every description, many of them in such positions as to suggest that they were hung upon Christmas trees.
The generals on either side hadn't sanctioned this truce, and when they found out about it, they were mostly very angry because they wanted their troops to maintain the offensive spirit and to not see the enemy as a human being, but to kill him.
We have some singers who are 15, 16, and they're just thinking, that could have been me there in the trenches. And I think that that moment of peace really appeals to them. And they've really taken it on board as to how they capture this moment in time within their performance. Why is that event interesting to us now, 100 years later?
They were killing each other, and they came together and they said, "Oh, hi, how are you? What's your name?" Stuff like that. And then after the Christmas truce, they went, "Oh, the Christmas truce is over," but they start shooting each other again. So
it sort of shows the human decency, even when they're fighting, that they are still humans, like trying to celebrate something that they all celebrate together, even though they are enemies and they're meant to be on opposite sides.
Oh, Tannenbaum, Tannenbaum, Tannenbaum.
Alles bewegte sich frei aus den Gräben. Und es wäre nicht einem in den Sinn amongst the trenches, our most hated and bitter enemies are standing around the Christmas tree with us, singing Christmas carols. I will not forget this scene for the rest of my life. It is easy to see that humanity lives on, even at a time when there is nothing to know but killing and murder.
It's children's voices, and it just has this incredible shine and glow which the children's voices are able to bring, and I think they represent the innocence, the great joy of a newborn, the birth, the Christmas story.
Tout d'un coup, tout près de nous, on entend chanter au son des flûtes et d'un harmonium. Suddenly, close to us, we hear singing to the sound of flutes and of a harmonium. It was the Bavarians who were celebrating Christmas. What a scene! On the one hand, religious songs, on the other, shooting. When they finished, we yelled, "Hooray! Hooray!" Three who knew German very well sang two cantiques in harmony with the Bavarians. If you had told me this, I would not have believed it. But the facts are true, and it is happening everywhere.
That story was produced by Jacquelyn. That's the program.